It's all new with less carbs and more negativity.
Get it out. Get it out of me.
Get ready for Nobody Likes Onions.
Happy Tuesday night. I didn't want to have to be here with you today. You know, I respect your work week just as much as the next guy. I don't want to come in here and interrupt you on a Tuesday. I figure you're having shake and bake with your family. You know, tomorrow everybody's got church. Do people still go to church on Wednesdays? When I was growing up, being brainwashed in my religious home, we always had to go to church on a Wednesday night. Is that something you Protestants and Catholics are still doing? I'm pretty sure the Catholics and the Jews don't do it, but you let me know, huh? Day number 10 of no smoking weed. I feel like I'm sleeping better. I definitely have to be breathing better. I'm not just... You know what? When I really notice it, when I wake up in the morning and I'm not just hacking, it's just the normal sleep apnea and fat in the way of my air passage. How you doing, everybody? Welcome to the show. We have a lot of stuff for you tonight. You know, I don't want this to be something's come to my attention recently that I think people have me all wrong around this comedy community. And I'd like to address on several fronts here tonight. First of all, I'd like to ask you to, if you have time, if you have fingers, hit the like button, give us a subscribe, hit the notification bell. You'll never miss a show again. But I don't know where to start tonight. We have a lot of meat in the sandwich, but we also have some delicious bread, and I think we should pay attention to the bakers in our community and not just the main course. The condiments are good. We had a bespoke chutney made for the sandwich. So look, I know people want to hear me talk about the kitty pineapple stuff tonight. We're going to talk about the kitty pineapple stuff. I don't like being forced into a corner on this stuff. I want to say off the top, I don't know kitty pineapple. I've never met this person. Your comedy, I am allowed to watch your comedy and have an opinion, and you're not great. So, that's where I'm at. That's the worst thing. And by the way, we seem to have a lot of people in the Las Vegas comedy community that are uncomfortable with truths. And when you tell somebody a truth about themselves that they don't necessarily want to hear, because we have so many people in the world now just embroiled in their own delusion, the first thing they do is start attacking you. Now, if I come after you and say that your comedy's mediocre, or I think you're a bad person, so. I love that, the first thing I say something about someone and they come at me and they go, what do you do? It's like, I don't go around saying I'm hot shit. That's the difference. And as much as we'd like to fling horse's manure at Leah Rodriguez, Kitty Pineapple's manager, she's doing her job. She's defending her client. She's like, no, Kitty's great. Kitty's big. Kitty's made it. She's found her niche. When meanwhile, we're all grounded here on earth and know better. So you guys do great. Whisper in Kitty's ear that she's killing it. She's made it. She's found her niche. You're out of your mind. We know you're out of your mind. Kitty, when she lays her head, as far as I know, it's David Lee, and he said I do this character, Kitty Pineapple. I don't know what's real anymore. What's the legal name of this person? Is it David Lee? Is it a character? So I'm ambiguous on the whole thing. And by the way, I've invited that person to come on and clear it all up. I want to say this all the time. We all know this will never happen. There's no defense. So there's a lot of facets to this diamond here tonight to shine. Rest in peace, Diamond. I don't know who Diamond and Silk is. Whoa. How do you all know who Diamond and Silk is? I've never heard of this person. And everybody's like, oh, Diamond died. And I'm like, Diamond Dallas Page. Diamond died. Like, I couldn't tell you what is Diamond and Silk scene. And then everybody's like, oh, they're pro-Trump rappers. It's like, what? So we got a lot to deal with tonight. Patrick is the comedy Nazi police. And then I got called fat, which I find very offensive. Is tonight's show a precursor to us having to set up a Patrick Melton defense fund? And somebody said, isn't that the whole point of the overdose? It's just like Nick Starr's defense. No. Come on. And then Adam Jones accuses me of it's called projection, Patrick. No, don't get it. Dustin Diamond. That's who. Thank you, Alex Ansel. Dustin Diamond died of Dustin Diamond and Silk. I don't know how to say it nicely. Like, Kitty Pineapple ain't got it. Sorry. Like, from what I understand, Kitty's not even new, right? Like, this David Lee guy's been doing comedy for over a decade. He did radio before that. Jesus Christ. He's like, it ain't good. And by the way, when you pivot to a new personality or change your gender to as a comedy gimmick, which I don't know what's real. Because you've proven yourself to be a completely dishonest person. So, I want to make this clear. I don't have a dog in the fight. I wish Kitty Pineapple nothing but prove me wrong. You know what I mean? I'm a fucking guy on the internet. Who gives a shit? But I don't know what everyone gets out of lying to themselves. And we're gonna break it open a little bit tonight. Because I need some people. Look, I don't need this podcast to be big and famous. I don't need to be a Rogan. I don't need any of that. What I'd like is the people that do listen to it and like it respect me and meet me on Earth. If that makes any sense. I'm getting a text from an unknown number. Okay, that's a weird text. I don't want to bring it up. So we do have to meet each other on Earth. It's like if I walked around acting like I was some big swinging dick of Vegas comedy. It's like, I guess if I'm retarded, that might make me feel good for a little bit. But at the end of the day, I don't work the best clubs in town. You know, I barely work any clubs in town. So I'd be delusional to believe that. What this city has a plethora of is Tres Mella, like mealy-minded idiots who think they're high IQ individuals, by the way, who have day jobs and perform every week at a taco bar and have convinced themselves that they're real comedians with talent who are going somewhere. You're out of your fucking mind, okay? There are a handful of guys with day jobs in town who I know who are like making actual strides towards a comedy career. And it ain't those class of people. I'm sorry. I'm not saying anything that isn't fact. This is reality, and it's what it is. you getting mad about it, you throwing a tantrum about it as a man or woman in your 30s or 40s or Ty Rivera, Summer Sinclair 70s, it looks maddening. You look insane. So I'm not trying with any of this stuff to offend anyone specifically. We got a letter sent to us anonymously. I genuinely don't know who it's from. Claiming all this that Kitty Pineapple is basically a trans grifter. We went and did some research on it. There are videos with David Lee appearing in TikToks and videos with Kitty Pineapple a month ago. Very recently. So don't you dare try to grab on to being a trans person and everything that comes with that in today's society, wrong or right, all the woke nonsense and support. Don't you dare try to grab onto that and make it like it's a fun character. When you're David, it seems like it's a gimmick and a fun character for you to almost roast with all the other straight sisses in the room. And then when you're Kitty, you feel empowered to like step into this trans, suit where you're gonna now, personify everything that comes with that. You can't have both. And also it seems like you tried this personality where you were like this, you tried to be this alpha guy, shaming fat people or people who aren't in shape or people who don't have strong legs. You couldn't be more beta, bro. I don't know. Like, there's nothing about anything you've ever created that's not beta as fuck. Even the videos where you're trying to like roast out of shape people, it's beta as fuck. I'm fat as fuck and out of shape as fuck. Let's go. You're out of your fucking mind. So you've got this history of faking it and trying different things for clout. The problem is, almost every video I see you doing the same fucking joke. And by the way, this may sound very aggressive. I don't know. I'm on a fucking show and I'm just going to, I'm using profanity and this may seem aggressive. I don't care. By all means, keep trying and get better, please. Yeah. The problem is this town breeds delusion. All these shows from Chanclas to Ocha Bar call people headliners and features, and you all get insane egos because you think you're headlining and featuring shows. You couldn't make it anywhere. You're at a bar. Humble yourself. Like, the real comics working in this town at real clubs, you don't go out. You'll never see Trix and Big Iris J hanging at Ocha. When I hear about Adam Dominguez or Alex Ansel headlining Chanclas, I want to throw up in my dick. Why? Why would you go down there? What are you getting paid? $28 in wings? And Alex says the wings at Chanclas are fire. It's like, right. But like, you guys are good. People say maybe I don't say enough who the good comics in town are. Okay. Alex Ansel and Shells. Turtles and a half shells. Adam Dominguez, Joe Calise, Jocelyn Sharp, Trix, Big Iris J, Butch Bradley. Apparently, I don't know Edwin San Juan, so I'm not gonna like comment on somebody's comedy I don't know. I mean, Chris Waldeck is funnier than Kitty Pine. I'm not lying. Go follow Chris Waldeck on Twitter. He's a very good writer. Performer, meh. But he's getting better at least. Caitlin Daisy B is not one of comedy's next big stars. I'm sorry. It's also 1-2 years into her doing comedy. Let it go. I'm sorry. Like, Lex Las Vegas is mad because Lex Las Vegas is mad because I said this. I don't want to do the spotlight, and I think it's not, anything. Oh, bro, you're a loser. It's like, are you a reactive, emotional man? We'll get to it, but fucking rein yourself in. A, who gives a fuck what I think? B, you put nothing into it. What are you mad about? There's nothing, you put no energy or effort into the spotlight with Lex Las Vegas. You whip your phone out. You aim it at the nearest dummy at the open mic. And you go, yo, Lex Las Vegas, where you from? What you doing? How'd you get into it? That's what your show is. Why would it be great? You put nothing into it. So, like, what I'm saying isn't even offensive. Like, I understand, like, from your ego point of view that you're, like, hurt or whatever, and you want to lash out because you're, I don't know, new to the internet or have never been criticized, or you surround yourself with losers who are honest with you. I'm not that guy. Like, hey, the thing you don't try at isn't great. I mean, it's not even necessarily a bad criticism, right? Like, hey, I've never seen you work on something. So, hey, I bet if you, like, planned it and put some thought into it and cameras and lighting and, like, a rundown and had actual things to talk about, it'd be great. Instead of whipping your phone out and being like, where are you from? It's like, no one cares where Caitlin Jazzy J is from. No one cares where Trez Mal is from. Who do you think's watching this? Like, be honest. Like, be honest with yourself. So, like, you can take it and be hurt. You can take it and say, I'm an asshole and idiot and don't know what I'm talking about. Or you can look at the 200 shows you've posted with 0 to 7 likes and go, maybe he's right. I do kind of just whip out my phone and go, where are you from? To strangers. Sometimes 5 times, you have 200 episodes. Adam Dominguez said he's done 5 of them. Like, people have told me you, like, corner them in bars and whip your phone out, and it's just like, you're on the show, bro. So if you want to not be my friend over that, me saying facts, okay, from a guy who does a podcast and has for 17 years, I know that if I prepare for a show and put some stuff together, the show is way better than if I just turn this on and wing it. Why would it be good if I've put nothing into it? Why would it be good? So it's not necessarily an indictment of your talent or anything. Lex Las Vegas, I guess a day ago, saw the show that we did about him. Like, just for a refresher, Lex Las Vegas messaged me. He's like, come do the spotlight. Let's get our enemies. And it's like, I don't want to do the spotlight, and that doesn't get anybody. So 2 strikes. And then I guess he got a little butthurt by that. And then I also said, I don't think the spotlight is good. Okay. Several comedians in the chat right now who know what Lex Las Vegas is, the spotlight is. Any of you, when Lex Las Vegas posts a new The Spotlight with Lex Las Vegas, how many of you hit play on that and watch that? You see the thumbnail. It's Trez Mala. What do you think's going to happen when you hit play? Hey, I'm here with Trez Mala. What are we doing, yo? We're at a show. Yeah, what do you got coming up? I have a show at the bar. Cool, man. Anything else you want to say? No. Great. That's been the spotlight. It's like, you know, are we all supposed to suck your dick? Because you made a thing you should delete from your phone immediately? So now he's mad at me. And by the way, he does this. He did this with Casper. I think he did this with Ty Rivera. When he messaged me like, come on, bro, let's get Ty Rivera. Let's make a spotlight. It's like, I'm not interested in getting Ty Rivera. We watched Ty Rivera do insane shit. We're not getting him. The same way I have no intention to get you. You're a very nice dude. The interactions I've had with you, you seem funny. You seem fun. You're nice to everybody. Everybody gets along with you. Now you're angry and emotional and mad at me. I've done nothing to you. I'm headlining that taco bar tomorrow. Yeah, that's not the flex you think it is, Doug. You mean Krum isn't the next Amy Schumer? I know. Can you believe it? It's like, hey, you've been doing comedy 20 years and still cut hair in kitchens. That's how much respect you get from me. Everyone else might suck your dick and say you're amazing and one of the best comics in town. You're a one-dimensional hair Cuttress. People are like, Angie Krum? Who's Angie Krum?
Oh, yeah, the bitch.
I mean, this is just what it is. Trez Mala does Boulder Dam tours and performs once a week at a taco restaurant. I'm sorry, your opinion on comedy means... Mine means a little more. I'm less active in comedy than you. I'm not doing one show a week. I don't care. Imagine me driving out to a taco bar as if that's worth the gas. But I've done more than you'll ever do in comedy. So my opinion matters a little more than yours. You've never done. So like the amount of finger wagging from the likes of Trez Mala and Andrea Vikramson and Ryan Barassa, when these guys are like confirmed liars, like it's all over the internet. William Strange, 1 minute he threatened to bash me over there with a brick. Then he's like, don't ever threaten anybody. I always threaten I'm a victim. It's like, you're all just creatures of convenience. You're like, like me or fucking hate me, I don't sell my fucking soul and lie to people and fake opinions to be in with the cool kids. Do you even do one show a month now? Fuck no. I heard they use those spotlight videos when they interrogate people at Guantanamo. Oh yeah, just put on a playlist on loop. So, Flexer Lex Las Vegas starts posting all this cryptic shade like these guys do. Pro tip, there's phonies and there's ace homies. Know the difference. Like, again, everything you post is like just emojis and spotlights. Here's a spotlight with Anton Knight. I wonder what it's like. Let's see. How do I get audio?
Knight.
What up?
Yo, what's going on, baby?
Man, hey, we out here, man. They still setting up. That's how we do over here on Free.
Chonklers.
Yeah.
That's how we do it. Yo, Chonklers Cantina all night, every day. We got hecklers in the parking lot already. Yo, so Anton, bro, let's get into it with you.
What up?
Where you from originally?
Right here in Las Vegas, Nevada, man.
Born and raised. Damn.
Right,
That's
right.
What's up.
Yeah.
Yo, congratulations. You made it.
Yeah.
One like on this. One like.
Yo, so what inspired you to get into comedy?
Oh, man, I used to get bullied a lot until I got this size. And I used to just make people laugh to keep them from whooping my ass. Because me faking an asthma attack stopped working. The joke started.
You can tell this shit is true.
Yeah, it's true as fuck. Yeah, I'm traumatized, man.
My man. So how long have you been performing?
Oh, man, 15 years.
15 years?
Yeah.
Damn.
Been in the game 15 years, man, yeah.
Yo, bro, what do you have upcoming right now? Let them know. Plug your shit.
Watch this.
Chocolate's Cantina right here tonight.
Right here tonight.
If you're not here, you're going to miss it.
Hell yeah.
You're going to miss it. I got another show with my boy Big Doc. It's in an undisclosed location right now, but listen, I got
all these guys do shows in undisclosed locations. Text for the location. We're done. Like, we're done. Is it? I mean, what are we talking about? 15 years. I got another show coming up in an undisclosed location. Great. Well, this was worth it. Here's Lex roasting Caitlin Daisy B, who we all don't know.
Used to be roommates with Caitlin's husband, Rich. So if the baby comes out with a lisp, we can skip the paternity test.
So it's like, it's just that, look, these are social. We said it before with Ocha. These are social clubs. These are not, for the most part, anyone being serious about, the fact that Adam Dominguez and Kool-Aid go out there once a month and do backstop and all this stuff. It's like, it's painful. It's painful. Angie fucking Krum. The man on the street interview was so 20 years ago. It's not even that. It's like it's powerful. It's powerful stuff. So the way he posts the stuff is like, yo, I'm roasting Caitlin Daisy B. Check it out. It's like no one's checking it out. No one knows who that is. And it's not good. Like, why? And by the way, why would it be good? Why would it be good? Caitlin Daisy B's been doing comedy 2 years. At the backstop and other bars around town while pregnant. Why would it be good? It's okay. The Spotlight with Las Vegas, highlighting talented artists, multiple disciplines, over 200 episodes. Bang! Want a turkey sandwich? Okay. Where's the one where you attacked me? Hold on. Here we go. So Lex, Daisy B comedy. This dude, Patrick Melton, is obviously really mad you didn't invite him to be in your roast. What? Give the guy some views. He has no friends. I don't know a lot about Lex Las Vegas. This sounds so juvenile and touched. He has no friends. He doesn't even have friends. And who are you to be saying give the guy some views? Like, again, if someone who gets 1,000 views on every video comes in here and flexes on me, it's like, whoa, For a guy who gets one thumbs up on interviews with people he finds straggling outside of bars, it's insane for you to be like, look at this loser. So I have a theory on what happened here. Now, again, in this video, there's nothing bad about Lex Las Vegas. Like, I've not said anything bad about Lex Las Vegas. I've seen Lex Las Vegas do maybe 3 bits. One of them was about a conversation we had outside about my Yankees shirt, and I thought it was funny. And then I just said, I don't want to do the spotlight. What's the spot? The spotlight. I'm good. The thing is, it's disrespectful to you for me to come on and be like, yeah, let's talk about where I'm from, what I got going on. I got nothing going on. I'm not from anywhere. There's nothing to spotlight with me. I don't want to spotlight anything. Don't be offended at that. If Hollywood brain damaged Hewlett asked me to go on the Paprika show, I'd be like, hard pass, dog. Flickering kitchen fluorescent lights give me a headache. Your curtain falling down, your camera rebooting, your audio not going through the microphones correctly. All of it makes me sick to my stomach. When you figure it out, maybe I'll come on. But there's no point in me coming on to the Paprika show. The Paprika show is a 2-hour-long Lex Las Vegas spotlight. So how'd you get into comedy? So what are you, when you're on stage, what are you thinking about? It's just it's people with no comedy experience pontificating to other people with no comedy experience. I don't need to hear it. I'm sorry if that offends you. I have better things to do. Stop worrying about. Imagine giving a fuck. Imagine me popping onto this thread where you're tearing me apart and being like, I got friends. You're all acting 7. You're showing that you've experienced nothing in your comedy career. You've gotten no criticism over your whole fucking career to where one fat fuck in a spare bedroom makes a video about you and you spiral out and make 4 posts about me in one day? Control yourself. Did you have too much beefarino? What's going on? It's embarrassing. People talk shit about me on the internet every goddamn day. I don't care. It's the internet. You're allowed to. Everyone doesn't like your stuff. By the way, I'm just being honest about it. Everyone's thinking it. Everyone's thinking it. This post where you're bashing me has 5 people commenting on it and 2 liking it. I think one's you. One's Trez Mala calling me a polyp. Now, why don't I melt down about that? Why don't I spiral about it? I don't know. Here's why. Trez Mala's nothing. He's allowed to think that. I don't care. That dude has to go home and sleep with himself at night, He has to deal with the lies he tells himself. He's one of these crazy conspiracy theory nuts. So the lack of self-awareness, the last thing I'd ever do is go on and attack someone about their YouTube views who had way more than me. Our YouTube channel's embarrassing compared to our audio downloads. Embarrassing. I don't pretend to be a leader in the space. Trez is down in the dumps about Diamond. Oh, is he posting about Diamond? You can go on Spotlight and talk about your dead parents for 15 minutes? Yeah. I kill it every time I go to Backstop. Just saying, I'm not saying you don't. I'm not saying you don't. Your comedy sucks. Now make a 2-hour video about me, please. You've lost weight since the last time I seen you. No, I haven't. Get it together. But what I honestly think happened, and there's almost no way to do this without calling Lex dumb. There was nothing in this show attacking Lex Las Vegas, and he's so mad about it. He's posted 3 times. And again, come at me and attack me. honestly, like, Lex is nice. I from what I've seen, Lex is pretty funny. I have nothing bad to say about Lex. He's losing it. He's spiraling. I can't make you like me. So hate me all you want. I'm a loser with no friends who can't get views. Got it. I think he saw the title of this show, which is Lex Las Vegas, and assumes that's some kind of joke about him or making fun of him at his expense. Play on words. You're Lex Las Vegas and you're in the community, yes. Lex Las Vegas, do you know what the word lax means? It means not strict. And it's more of a play on words about how these motherfuckers here call themselves headliners and features and stuff like that. It has nothing to do, this title, with Lex Las Vegas, other than a play on Lex Las Vegas' name. And because we do bring him up in the show. But, again, if one of the reasons you're mad at me is because the show that you do puts up banners that says best headliners in the state, HBO, Showtime, Netflix, NBC, and then you and Skippy Sprinkles and Caitlin Daisy B parade up on stage and mumble into a microphone for an hour, it's dishonest, it's fucked up, it's hurting comedy, and I'm sorry if you don't like to hear it. If that's, I don't know whose show that is. I think it's Skippy Sprinkles because his name's all over the banner. But if you're a part of that and you're telling those lies on such an egregious, like, there's no wiggle room about this. You are fucked up, you're a liar, and you're hurting comedy in the community you claim to love. You claim to want to feature comics and spotlight people and talent and yada, yada, yada. Don't shine lights on people and say they're from HBO. Don't shine lights on Skippy Sprinkles and say he's one of the best headliners in the state. He can't host. He's a broken man who allegedly abuses women. What the fuck is wrong with all of you? Now, Patrick, he's slow. He's a little retarded. Okay, two things can be true. Will everyone please meet me back here on Earth? You're all so wrapped up in your own fucking lies, you don't even know what's straight anymore. Let's get to the meat of the night, shall we? I wake up this morning. Nice sleep in till 10 a.m. I wake up this morning, and I've got myself a DM. Are you familiar with this saying? A DM? And I'm like, who's this DM from? You know? I hope it's from a hot girl. Nope. It's from Kitty Pineapple. Now, Kitty Pineapple just yesterday, posted on that Lex Las Vegas thread, I'm not going to give this I'm not going to give this any more attention than it deserves. Because she puts on a fake accent, Kitty Pineapple. She pretends like she can't speak English. Just like Andy Kaufman. So Kitty Pineapple messages me today. I couldn't make this up if I tried. It's fantastic. This is pretty fucked up to say about an entire race that's mad at people for stealing their land. This is pretty fucked up about an entire race that's mad at people for stealing their land. Now, above this was a video that I am going to play for you now. She sent me this video. Hawaiian. Hold on. Okay. So she made this and had it on her camera reel and sent it to me. It's a screen cap of her watching my show. And then writing, on top of talking shit about me, he wants to throw this in. Hawaiians are super racist. And then at NL Onion's really big. So she's made a hit piece on me. And here, I'll play it for you now, just so you know how much trouble I'd be in if this got out. Hawaiians should get full immunity into the Asian category. Because they rise right to the top of it. Aside from being gigantic racists, Hawaiians are really cool people. They are super racist, very, very, very racist. Okay. So, as you can see, much like Jesse Gemstone, when that came across my phone, I went, oh, fuck. I hope nobody sees this. If a video got out of me calling Hawaiian people racist, you know, aside from the fact that I put the video out and myself, aside from that, if anybody found it, because Kitty posted it, you can imagine what this would be for me. So she sends me this video and she says, this is pretty fucked up to say about an entire race that's mad at people for stealing their land. So it's like, so I go, Hawaiians are racist. And you go, you know, they're mad at people for stealing their land. As if I'm going to go, oh, never mind then. Carry on with the racism. And I was like, oh, fuck. This was fucked up to say. You know, I'm in big trouble. And then she writes, and this is like a Bond villain. Imagine in her head how this is going to come across to me. Like I'm going to shit myself when I read this. Is it up? No, not right now. But I'm giving you the chance you never gave me. You tell me who wrote that letter, and I won't post this. Now, tell me you don't know who I am or watch this show without telling me you don't know who I am or watch this show. You send me a clip of my own show and saying I'll release this video if you don't tell me who wrote this letter. And by the way, you write it like that, like you're in the power position. Is it up? Not yet. But if you don't tell me who wrote this letter, I'll release it. It's like, okay. And here's the coup de grace. You ready for the cherry on top? So you decide whose name you want dragged across the mud, yours or theirs. I'm surprised she didn't put something like you have 15 minutes to reply or the video goes up. Now, I can't imagine how retarded a person has to be like, I'm going to put up a video you already put up if you don't listen to my demands. Like, we have to be dealing with, look, again, I don't want to go after these. Kitty Pineapple's done nothing to me. David Lee's done nothing to me. This is a mediocre comedian just getting by, trying to do her fucking thing and find her niche. I don't care. This might as well be Mike Krasner or Brad Goulby or Chris Waldeck. Anybody I don't give a shit. I don't care if you're good. I don't care if you're bad. You don't fuck around with people. Like, why would I fuck around with you? I don't care. There's a million people just minding their own business, trying to do comedy as a hobby and make it. Like, good on you. You know, I should treat Trez Mala like I treat Ralph Tutela. Ralph Tutela's a Hoover Dam guide, right? Never hear a fucking word out of him. He does shows. He doesn't go around, pounding his chest saying he's the best in town. Trez Mala thinks he's like a force to be reckoned with. It's insane. So yeah, we're going to have a giggle about you. You're nuts. So, when you come for the king, you better make sure you kill him. No, for you to message me this stuff like, is it up? Not yet. But you don't tell me the name, then I'm putting it up. You decide whose name you want dragged through the mud. Yours or theirs. So I reply, this kind of thing does not seat well with me. A, I'm not responsible for how anyone feels in regards to the Hawaiian people and their land. Fuck off. B, maybe you're not good at English, but I don't know who wrote the letter, and I said that several times. C, you have a chance to answer the letter. Say whatever you want. I'll happily tell your side or any rebuttal. I don't know you or have a dog in the fight. D, what you've attempted here is called blackmail. But you have to do better than I'll put up a video you already put up. Have a great day. Pineapple emoji. Okay? I addressed all your concerns here. I've told you that you're a goddamn fool for trying to blackmail me with nonsense. And also, I've noticed something here that emotional, weak-minded people do. What are you mad about? What are you even mad about? So the video you've made is a gotcha video about me being racist against Hawaiians. And you're like, want this to be up? This is awful what you said. If you don't want this thing up about you being racist, you better tell me who wrote that letter saying bad things about me. Now, I want to be very clear. I don't know who wrote the letter, but if I did, I still wouldn't tell you. Pound sand. Like, fuck off. What are you kidding? So, it feels very personal. You're very angry someone's talking shit about you, saying you're a trans grifter. When, by the way, all evidence we found seems to lean towards that. You seem like this is all just a grift for comedy. You're trying to find something that hits and clicks with people. You know, whatever. Prove me wrong. Like, I'm not saying that's what it is. It seems like what it is. And we both know you don't have a good rebuttal for this. Because if there was, that'd be what you'd be messaging me. Not, who's talking shit about me? It's like, well, everybody now. So you tried to blackmail me. I sent this back to her. She said, it's called making a deal. I don't have any issue with you. I'd rather face my accuser like a real person. That's why I'm asking for a name. You dragged an entire race into your video. Unnecessary. So again, you're confused, baby doll. I don't know. Are you mad about the letter? I want to face my accuser. Give me the name. And then the next sentence out of your mouth, you dragged a race into here. It's like, what are you mad about? The racism against the Hawaiian people, which, by the way, aren't you Filipino? What are you even mad about? Or are you mad about the letter? Because you're all over the place. Both times you've tried to come at me now, you've mentioned both things. You want to get to the bottom of who wrote the letter because you're personally hurt. So in order to do that, you're going to use calling me a racist as the ammo? Okay. So I say, no, you made a threat. She said it's called making a deal. No, you made a threat. Do this and I won't ruin your name. Is a federal crime called blackmail. Go try your race grift on someone else. I'm not woke and I don't care about your transracial journey. Pound rocks. Now, I don't know David Lee and I don't know Kitty Pineapple, but from this short interaction and from what I've seen online, and from what you've been accused of by an anonymous email that I received, you seem to be a grifter. You seem to be a complete SJW angle-working grifter. You're using your race. You're using your transness to perpetuate your comedy career. And you're trying to get guilt laughs and guilt likes for doing nothing. You've told the same jokes as David Lee and the same jokes as Kitty. You frame them differently depending on who's telling the joke. And from what I can tell, you work more on your makeup and lifting. And by the way, I love it when like 5'4" guys lift. It's like, what? How big do you think you're going to get? Do you think you're going to get taller? Let it go. I love when these like little dudes. I don't know. I don't know. He looks tiny as fuck. And I love when these like tiny fucks like go workout crazy and start like shitting on other people who aren't in shape. It's like, okay, you're mentally ill on several fronts. So when I told her like because this is real, you did just try to blackmail me. Now you're lucky. I think you're a goddamn joke and you've got nothing. So I'm going to laugh about it and share it with everybody. And you said, why did you drag Hawaiian race into it? And I said, I don't care about this. Stop trying to get me to. She keeps trying to get me to care about, like, to get me, like, admit that I've done something racist. It's like, what are you mad about? The letter or the race? The letter or the race? You're all over. Why did you drag race? You're trying to get me in some, like, she's trying to get me to say something racist in the message or something, I guess. Like, I don't know what your grift is, but I'm not the one, motherfucker. And I let you know, I don't give a fuck about imagine caring about who took whose land. What an intellectually dishonest piece of shit you are. They took the land from somebody else, and those people took the land from somebody else, and those people took the land from somebody else. Shall we trace it back to the original amoebas and single-celled paramecium in the ocean? You know? How far do you want to go back? The mother of dragons? Jesus Christ. It's a whole race. They're upset about their land. Go brr about it. Yeah, man, don't piss off the spam jugglers. It's like, first of all, I'll let you know, I've done quite a bit of comedy in Hawaii. They're very racist. I heard things at Hawaiian shows and open mics that made my jaw hit the ground. I can't believe it. Like, the most racist shit I've ever heard at a comedy show was out of the mouths of Hawaiians. And Hawaiians will tell you that they're racist. They're racist against other Asians. They're racist against white people. So what am I saying that's incorrect? No, I know a Hawaiian. He's not racist. Fuck off with your anecdotal. There's a lot of racism amongst Asians. There's a lot of racism amongst Hawaiians. Also, it's a comedy show. Who gives a shit what I say? Chinese people don't show up in photos. American Indians can't juggle. English people have teeth that sound like xylophones when you hit them with metal balls, like a Newton's cradle. Who cares what I say? Fuck it. Why would you go after Hawaiians? 'Cause I did. Beat it. Next. Hold on. What did she say next? I've never met you or spoken to you. Even why bother even speaking about me? It's like, again, a minute ago, you were all concerned about why I brought a whole race into it. What are you upset about? Is it the letter or the racism? You don't even know. You're all over the place, honey. At this point, I realize, like, she's not all there. At this point, I realize I'm dealing with someone who's not, I don't know, like, we're all on different planes, right? I don't pretend to be the most with it guy. But, like, how out of it are people like Casper and this chick? And it's like, you are so out of it. Why even speak about me? You want to be famous. You putting up stuff on TikTok. You have your agent running around telling everybody that you've made it. You're the most recognized comedian. It doesn't happen to anybody else. You have 60,000 followers. Eat shit. You're nobody. You're not selling anything out. Do you think we're all retarded? No, I sold out 2 shows at the Blue Note. Okay. I'd like to see the rest of their schedule, and if they sell out all the time. I'd like to see the rest of your schedule. Because from what I see, it's like, you know, bars. I'm not going to be the one who pretends you're great. I'm not. You have to earn that. You have to improve. I can find you telling the same joke for 8 years. And by the way, it never changes. I have an 8-year-old joke. Jesus, I've added some tags to it, and it sounds different than it used to. I don't know who wrote the letter. I don't just lie to lie. If I did know and they told me not to tell you, I still wouldn't tell you. If you want to say your piece and rebut the letter, I'm all for it. I'll actually be really fair. This was not the right way to handle this. I'm a very fair person. People call me Patrick Fairman. Yesterday, you didn't want to get involved in this morning. You've puffed yourself up so much that you think you have some power to blackmail me. Bruh, LOL, recalibrate. Someone wrote some shit accusing you of trans grifting. If you have a rebuttal, I'd love to hear it. Threatening me is insane. I sincerely hope you have a great day. I don't know you nor wish anything but happiness for you. I have no predetermined thought about David Lee or Kitty Pineapple. As far as I can tell, this anonymous writer isn't doing well in their career. Otherwise, they wouldn't have time to write that letter. So because you say you don't know who it is, I'll leave it at that. What a shitty blackmailer you are. First of all, put up the video. Put up the video. What a way to prove me wrong about all your fans. Show me the power of the pineapple, baby. Post it. Post it. I'd love to see how many messages I get from people who are outraged about my racism. Your fans. Show me. Post it. You don't get to go, tell me the name or I'll post this video. And I go, I don't know the name. And you go, all right. Like, post it. Let's see the wrath of Kitty Pineapple and her fans. You're a bully. You're a fucking shapeshifter. This was the most cringe attempt at getting someone I've ever seen in my life. You should have messaged your manager, your keeper, Leah, before you did this, because she could have told you, don't do that. Because how did it go? What are you thinking? I'll put up a video of you already put up if you don't. What the fuck? As if you could get me with racism, you dummy. I'm not disgusted with you because of your race, believe me. Other than the race against time to get good at comedy. Because, Alex, don't eat the spam jugglers. And by the way, I feel bad for Leah. I'll say that. I jumped down her throat the other day when she defended you, and that's her job. She represents you. Her job is to make everyone on earth feel like you're doing great and you're killing it and you're a successful comic. I'm letting you know I know better and everyone else around you knows better. The writer of that letter must not be doing well. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares what I think? Who cares what who wrote that letter thinks? This is an entertainment program. Would you, when we get done with this, maybe we'll pull up some of my old videos and we'll tear. I think people don't, they take it really personal. It's like, we all suck. We all suck. We'll watch my videos and tear them apart. It's shit. I'm honest about it. That's the difference. Something happened with the self-esteem movement where you guys all just worked yourselves up into stiff peaks. And not all of you are a good meringue. Ty wrote the letter, plot twist. That'd be good, Alex. If I knew, I'd tell you I knew. The email came from a throwaway Gmail with a very generic name, similar to John Doe, so I know it's not real. It didn't come from John Doe. I'm just using that as an example. Who cares what anyone says? Are you new to the internet? Jesus, please post the video anyway. You have my permission. It's a great virtue signal for you. Because clearly Kitty Pine gives a fuck. You can tell she's used to mentioning trans or race stuff and everybody going like, oh, sorry. Well, in her mind, I think she thought, I'll show you this video I made about you calling you a racist. Is it up? Not yet, but if you don't show me. And then she expected me to be like, sorry, it was Todd Phillips. Director of The Hangover? Yeah. I think she expected me to be like, fuck, please don't call me a racist. Please delete that video. Send me the only copy on a USB key. Don't let that leak out. Post the video. Like, the fuck? We used to call in to be verbally abused by Patrick for fun back in the day, right? Who's Summer Days? Hi, Summer. And welcome, Mitch. These bamboo benders are so sensitive. Yeah. Fucking hell. It's like, I can't imagine like if I found out someone's talking about me on the internet, going into their DMs and being like, you better take that down or I'll be like, all I would think in my head was like, if they posted the screen cap of me asking to take that down, I'd be so cringely embarrassed. So, okay. Hold on, there's somebody at my doorbell. Oh, it's a cat. But yeah, I mean, just tell me you've never done anything without telling me you've never done anything. Because you're getting bent out of shape about nothing. I wasted enough time on this issue already. I apologize for reacting the way I did. You do you and I'll do me. Whoever this anonymous writer still continue to be bitter. Otherwise, take care. I thought she was saying she'll continue to be bitter, so I wrote, don't be bitter, you're right, and you know it. Someone is hiding behind a fake name. I don't know you or your situation. I am curious. Ask Leah. If you want to come on and bury this idiot, I'll 100% give you that chance. You are using your name, kind of, and he's hiding behind a fake one. I have to balance being silly and entertaining with a little drama and truth. I would never block your side from being told, because that wouldn't be fair. But if you want to try to threaten me, that's crazy. My intention was never to hurt or disparage you. Maybe I haven't done a great job of that, but this today didn't help. You were just the messenger. I see that now, and ripping you apart would not be fair on my end. So now, in her head, she's gone, all right, you just read a letter. It wasn't your fault. But it's like, hold on, this whole thing started out with you calling me racist. It's on the Instagram stories. It's on the Instagram stories. Go to NL Onions on Instagram. It's up on the stories right now. I posted the video she tried to get me with. This is a lie. When he was staying at my place, Moody says, and Moody lives in Auckland, New Zealand. I overheard Patrick on the phone asking at least 4 different people to remove Yelp reviews of his comedy. That was confidential, motherfucker. How dare you? How dare you? You'll be hearing from my lawyers. You better delete this remark from the chat. I'll delete it from the video. I don't even know why I put it on the screen. This has been very, very hurtful. You were the messenger. I see that now. Ripping you apart for that on my end would not be fair. Rip me apart. This is my point. You couldn't. This is like Ty going like, I'm just going to ignore him and not give him the satisfaction of a response. You couldn't. You're not funny enough. You're not good enough. Make your TikTok about me. Show me how funny you are. Zing me. Tear me apart. Ripping you apart wouldn't be fair. Okay. There's no point in the world anyone's worried about that. Physically, emotionally, comedically, social mediacally. In no world. I am busted on this one. I heard Patrick heard someone sneeze once and didn't even say God bless you. Goddamn right. I'm a motherfucker. Posting it to Yelp as we speak. Fuck. I'm going to contact somebody I know over there and have them rip that down. People better not say how they feel about things on the internet and let me find out about it. I'll tell you that much. Imagine chasing down people talking about you on the internet and blackmailing them. Like, you are dumb because it is a crime. Like, what you did is a crime. It's insane. I would never report it. I'm not a bitch. But what you've done is a crime, you idiot. Ugh. I'll ruin you if you don't. You said ruin me and rip me apart. What?
You're going to like the way you look.
fucking hell. And then this one's great. This should be everybody's new phone wallpaper. Please accept my apologies. I am not the person I was.
Nannerpuss, nannerpuss. Nannerpuss, nannerpuss.
You are not the person you were, Kitty. That is true. Woo. Oh, fucking hell. Okay, Summer Days is piping up. So we get all these people who love to come into the chat. Again, you're a pussy if you can't stand behind your name and say what you mean. I'll address it. Let's go. Summer Days. Is it Summer Sinclair? Is it some? Look, because I have a feeling every time we talk about somebody being awful, the next show they're in the chat going like, yeah, well, you're fat. It's like, okay. Again, are you all on a different internet than me? Like, who cares if I'm fat? Oh, God, here we go. Don't have time to tear you apart. It would take days for the fat to render out. Nobody likes onions. More like nobody likes Patrick. Fuck. Here's Summer. She's got thoughts. Though I will say, it's like, first of all, this is how idiots talk. Her first post is, heyo. And then she writes, can you post the video yourself? Now I'm curious. It's like, it's up. You're not a fan of the show. You don't listen to the show because you'd be on the Instagram and you'd have already seen this. So, okay, the video is up. Go see it. And then out of nowhere, you just come with, though I have to say, though I will say, I love that. It's like as if you were mid-sentence. Though I will say, it is a little funny to see Patty Melt call someone for 60K followers in real time to his 30 YouTube viewers. It's like, imagine if I took this bait. I'm not going to argue with someone who doesn't understand anything. There was a guy the other day, he got 700,000 views on a reel and ran around telling everybody he had 700,000 followers on TikTok. And then you click on their profile and he had like 300 followers. Now, you're all fucked up in the head. You're like, I can't, like, you just compared apples to lug nuts. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to do this with you. You're dumb. And by the way, if you're Summer Sinclair, this is so fucking sad. Just come in the chat as yourself and say what's. No one's going to be mean to you or yell at you. And as a matter of fact, ask everyone who's ever done that. Johnny Brem. We have more respect for you coming in here and sticking up for yourself. Imagine if every time I poked Alex, he got all fucking mad and attitudey Judy. I would never call you fat. That would be racist. It's like, oh, God. It probably is Summer because these jokes are shit. He's never been in a race. Most of us listen to the podcast version because we have shit to do. Yeah, of course. I mean, I'm trying to get you over here on YouTube. But, I mean, it's over 100 times more. Listen, I mean, what are you talking about? So, yeah, I don't. Lex Las Vegas is getting me by saying I have no friends. Kitty Pineapple's trying to get me by saying I'm racist. And Summer Days is trying to get me for comparing live viewers on tonight's program to someone's subscribers on a real social media program. Okay? We're not doing it. I think you have body dysmorphia, Patrick. You look a lot skinnier than you used to. You should eat this. I'm so fucking fat. You're out of your mind. I don't think that's Summer Sinclair. I don't know. It's hard to tell because these people don't come in here with their names. It's, so whatever. By the way, happy birthday to Penny Prince. Happy birthday to him. posting on. We saw your Instagram post. Very, very cringe stuff. Happy birthday to Penny Prince. Also, very, very sad to Shuby. Just wanted to give a shout out to Shuby. He had to put his dog Summit to sleep this morning. That's tough. It's got to be a hard thing to do. I think about the day I'm gonna have to put my dog to sleep. You hope they go peacefully and healthy in their sleep, but yeah, that is rough. His dog had a tumor and it ruptured, and 1:30 in the morning I had to take it to the vet and put down Summit. That dog was a monster. I watched it pretty much murder a cat. No, he's a good dog, and at least he's not in pain anymore. But I do, I really feel when people have to put their pets down. Earl Skakel lost a dog last year. Earl? No, Penny. I gotta call. I was gonna let this go. I was on Dead Dogs now, but we gotta talk. Penny posted on Facebook like I don't want to. Penny posted on Facebook like, I don't want a lot of attention for it. I think birthdays are for women and children, but it is my birthday. Don't make a big deal. It's like, that's like peeing on the seat, dog. You know what I mean? Just sit down. Just sit down. If you're not going to have a hard stream, if you're not going to stick the landing, just be like, I don't know how old you are. Be like, I'm 40 today, motherfuckers. The sun revolves around me today. Send me presents. Here's my Venmo. Don't be like, hey. Oh, fuck. Penny Prince is funny. So we will this year do more celebrating and positivity because there are funny comics. There are funny, you know what I mean? Like Casper, from what I've seen, is funnier than Kitty Pineapple. Now, I got to see more of everybody. It's not fair to comment on these people's comedy from an open mic and stuff, but we can only go by what you put up, too. Like, every clip of Kitty Pineapple is a joke about Native Hawaiians and getting out of the car, and then her husband got, you know what I mean? I've heard that joke in 17 different personalities from Kitty Pineapple. And she may have 60,000 Instagram followers, and she may have some TikToks that have blown up. When I go to your profile and I see most of your TikToks have 300 views and a few of them have close to 1 million or 1 million or whatever, it's like, all that tells me is you don't know what you're doing either. It's like everybody gets like an Instagram reel that catches fire every once in a while. It translates to nothing. Like everyone I know who brags about having 10 million views on Instagram still works at the Waffle House and has 6 roommates. So the way we think about success, it's so fucking weird. You have people who have like never performed in a real comedy club ever in this town calling themselves headliners. You have people with like millions of views on something and like they couldn't pack out an Arby's for lunch. So what does any of it mean? You know? I got 14 million views on a tweet and it only netted me 1,000 followers on Twitter. Right. People have it takes a lot. The cost of customer acquisition is much greater than it used to be. Somebody does it to me all the time on YouTube. Honestly, it happened when we attacked Ty Rivera about buying YouTube followers. I got a big spike in followers, and immediately, like, the spam followers fall off. They do. Like, so if you go buy a bunch of followers, they don't last. Like, they do have algorithms on Twitter. They do have algorithms on YouTube that weed out spam accounts over time. So I don't know if he was trying to make it look like I buy YouTube followers or something. It didn't make any sense. I saw it one day. It went up 500 followers, and then they slowly came off again. Very weird. I don't know what anyone again. I have friends who, when we go to Edinburgh, when we go to Melbourne International Comedy Festival, when we go to these places, they put on the poster, sold out 6 years in a row. And it's like, I'm with you every one of these festivals. The other comics who do this, the international festival circuit, we all see your shows. One time they posted a picture from my sold out show up where he did a guest set on my sold out show and posted the picture up saying selling out in Edinburgh. And it's like, what do you get out of lying? It took me 3 years in Edinburgh to sell out a show. We sold out 5 to 7 nights of my initial Edinburgh run. That was 50, 60 seats. It sure wasn't a sellout run. In 2018, I sold every seat. We had people sitting on the floor. Sold out. That's a sold out run. The next year, we went into a 75-seater. Sold out every... People on the floor, packed wall to wall, sold out. It felt good because I finally did it. And I had shows that didn't sell out for the entire run. And then I created something where we were packing it out. And then we went to Perth and 120 seats every fucking night for $30 for a month. I sold it out every night. Shows added, sold them out. It took a lot, but it meant something when that happened. And when I put it on the poster, I was proud of it because I really did it. So I don't get when people like lie about that kind of stuff and say, yeah, I sold it out. Yeah, I crushed, I killed, I murdered. What do you get out of that? Doesn't it make the times you actually crush feel less special? And also, like, we were all there and watched the set. Now, I get it. If it's Adam Dominguez in the back of the room, he's going to shake your hand and tell you did great. But he's picked his lane. His strategy is to like everybody and get along. That's Adam Dominguez. And by the way, he gets away with it because he's fucking funny. He's as far as I'm concerned, he's slumming it when he's working with Caitlin Daisy B. Sorry. You know who belongs down there with Caitlin Daisy B? Her baby. I don't know Caitlin, so this all seems very, very mean. Someone has to film the Waffle House TikTok show. Yeah. Branco Berry is the tits in Arby's. I don't know what that means. Bronco Berry? Is that a flavor? I'm trying to get funnier with my material before I start. Dude, I read some of Chris Waldeck's tweets and things on Facebook. He's very funny. Some of the things he writes, they're very funny. Some of his jokes are killer. I haven't seen him on stage in a long, long time. But he's very funny. Now, I never knew that Adam Dominguez was autistic until he talked about it on stage. I thought he was just a fucking loser. No, I'm kidding. No, I really did. I feel like everybody's a little on the spectrum. God knows where I am. But it does upset me to see him glad-handing so much because he shouldn't. And when I saw this thing you posted, Adam, super proud to see Kitty Pineapple 2.0. So why does she have 2 pages? 2 sold-out shows at the Blue Note Hawaiian. Crowds and her fans were so accommodating and sweet. Thanks for inviting me on the road with her. Adam Dominguez opening for Kitty Pineapple is such a fucking insult. Holy shit. I know Adam probably went up there and fucking slayed it, and then Kitty Pineapple stumbled on stage on her heels and her broken English and did hacky fucking jokes. I got to see the whole, because Leah does puff her up. So I got to see it all. By the way, Kitty, if I see a set from you and it's good, that line in that video where that joke where you go, no, it's weirder than that. That's a killer joke. That's a great joke. Now, you don't tell it right, and you certainly don't milk it right to hit that punchline, because you could get big laughs on that. But maybe you're just not good enough to know that joke is a closer of a joke. But you don't milk it or configure it in a way to do that so much. But I do a lot of negativity here, so I want to do more positive stuff. I'll highlight the funny comedians in town too. Maybe we need to do more of that. Me too, Waldeck. I'm happy with my current open micer status. It makes sense. Take some time if you aren't Delusion, in my opinion. This is all I'm saying. Is like when Caitlin Daisy B, and again, I'm just using this as an example. When Caitlin Daisy B gets offered a roast a year and a half into comedy, anyone who respects the art of comedy and is really trying to be serious in comedy should reply to that with, no, that's crazy. I've been doing it a year and a half. Don't roast me. That's not... Roasting is like the Hall of Fame, or it used to be. Roasting is like a way to look at someone's career and everything they've done, making fun of their flaws, making fun of their mistakes, making fun of their rises, after their falls, and encompassing all that together with good friends. It's not to get... What's the difference between the night you roasted Caitlin and every other fucking night at the backstop? Just a bunch of open micers sitting around laughing at inside jokes about her husband and baby? Like, what the fuck? If I see one more roast with Caitlin Daisy B where she does the same roast jokes against Lex Las Vegas, I'm going to vomit. Please be kind, rewind. I've seen this tape. And when they all stand up in front of a banner at whatever hotel that is, where they can claim to be the best headliners in the state from HBO, NBC, Netflix, and whatever, who is it for? Because every comic in the room knows it isn't true. Every comic going up knows they're not one of the best headliners in the state. They should know that they're not headliners. And when you had that banner printed, if that's Skippy Sprinkles, he needs to be kicked out into the desert and off a canyon. What the fuck? What the fuck? Again, it's your fucking community. So I guess just keep clapping because he's brain injured, let him say he's from HBO. He's fucking broken. It's like, well, aren't we saying the same thing? One of us will just say it out loud and you'll shake his hand when he gets off stage and tell him he's funny. It's like, I can't, I'm too old for it. I'm too old. I'm too grumpy. And guess what? Whatever my autism is won't let me lie. I'm not good. I've never been good at it. People see what I think. I wear it on my face. And all the people that get butthurt by like Lex Las Vegas, I've said nothing about, other than the spotlight is dumb. But again, you don't try. The spotlight is zero effort. You flip open your phone and go, whoa, what's going on? Your first question is, what's going on, or where are you from? Other questions you may hear include how long you been doing comedy, what got you into comedy, what you got coming up. So no thought, no production, no anything goes into it. When I say it's not great, that shouldn't be an insult to you. You should go, yeah, I don't try at it at all. Who cares? It's a fun thing I do at By the way, just go, yeah, I don't know. It's just like a fucking thing I do. So everybody knows me as Lex Las Vegas the guy. And then I'd be like, oh, okay. Like, I don't care. No. You got to run to Facebook, make 4 posts about how I'm a piece of shit with no friends. Like, okay. I guess that makes the spotlight good now. Never mind. I guess the spotlight's great. I don't have any friends, so I guess the spotlight is good now. You have to post. I shine the light on amazing, talented people. And it's like, you grab whatever flesh bag is around you in a parking lot. I remember when the spotlight used to be called ASL. Yeah. In chat rooms. Back when we were on prodigy.net. Adam Dominguez opening for Kitty Pineapple. This is, you're going to come back. You're going to look at this one day and cringe. I promise you. The invitation's open. I've been hard tonight. This is not an indictment of Kitty Pineapple. I have not seen enough of Kitty Pineapple's comedy to be a thorough judge and make a comprehensive call. So as much shit as I talk, the first one to let you know, I don't know. Maybe she is mediocre plus. I'll tell you what she ain't. Great. I tell you what she ain't. Great. Maybe she's good. But there's a weird thing where it's like, oh, you've only been doing it 2 years. You're not that great. That's fine. And then there's the other thing where you're like Krum or Kitty Pineapple, and you've been doing this over a decade, and we're all like, maybe it's time to not do this. How do I, what am I doing? Sorry, I got to do a little maintenance. I hope that helps everybody not hate me as much. Okay? Fuck, Lex. What a loser, this guy. He got no friends. Oh. And by the way, now when I see Lex Las Vegas at a show, what, you just gonna stand over the corner and shift around and not be, okay. Am I that bad of a guy? Am I that bad of a guy? Because I said Spotlight wasn't good. Leia Tupo says Kitty Pineapple may be great. Yeah.
Come on, man.
No, I'm sure she's really good. I'm sure she's great. We'll never know. We'll never know. That invitation's open. She will never come on. What could you say? When you're still putting up videos as David and you're still putting up videos as Kitty, what could you say? And somebody goes, you're kind of trans grifting. The only thing to go is like, I'm Kitty Pineapple. I'm a woman. Or go, it's a character. It's not real. And if that's the case, maybe you shouldn't be on the female lineup shows. Those shows are created with the solid goal in mind of giving more stage time to women. What is a woman? Powerful stuff. We can't play this because it'll get flagged. You can't play anything from the late night shows or it gets flagged. Oh, did you see this Canadian TV? Okay. So all the conspiracy theories now, we're gonna talk about other stuff. So everybody who's a local comic, beat it, get out of here. We're gonna get back to regular podcasting stuff, and this time we're gonna be talking about getting the jab. You know, all the news coming about the jab. Now, I don't need Trey's Mala conspiracy types in here going on and on about how, you know, football players are keeling over because of the thing, because of the poke. But I do feel like all the people who are still like rah for the thing, the poke, they're so good with the algorithms on getting these words. They'll demonetize you if you mention certain words. So, you know, I got to be coded language here. It definitely is coming out that like everything you were told about it is a lie. The thing about these Twitter files is, unfortunately, the way they're being released, no one's really paying attention to them. I don't know what in Elon's mind made him go like, I'll release these slowly to like a few reporters and none of this stuff really makes news. But like, I don't know, 7 giant conspiracy theories that people had just turned out to be like 99% true. Like almost everything everybody thought was like bonkers. You're like, okay, yeah, I'm sure that's the way it's going. It's like everything about Russia, everything about the Russia thing was fake. All of it. For the past 7 years, all of it manufactured, made up, self-perpetuating garbage by the government and social media. And proven. Okay. It's like, Jesus. So now, like, everything about Cove misinformation, one-sided, shut people up, even if it not based on misinformation at all. Giant effort from both government and corporations to just cover shit up. Admissions coming out now from the company saying, actually, we knew that this was happening. We knew it didn't do this. We knew it didn't do that. We didn't do a study on this. We said that we knew it was this, but we didn't really, and that was unknown at the time. All of it. Everything ever. Like, holy shit. And then, like, no one cares. No one cares. So, like, this division between, and by the way, I'm just saying, like, if I was one of those people who had, like, changed my Twitter profile to, like, Bob, vaccinate your kids, Wilson, it's like, it's so cringe at this point. It's so cringe at this point. Like, why have a dog in the fight? Like, it's never been more clear from UK studies, German studies that are coming out now, admissions coming out now, from the CDC, from Pfizer, all these, they're all admitting it now. We didn't know shit. We made it up. We lied. That's what they're saying. Who cares now, right? It's not too late. They're finding out people who have, if you've gotten over 3 of the boosters, your immunity is so much worse than if you've done nothing. Like, they're finding out this stuff. They're finding out that actually those people who have more than 3 boosters may or may not be teaching the virus how to tell your immune system to stand down and not have a reaction. And by the way, maybe it's statistically significant and maybe not, But only now are all these studies coming out where people are admitting all this stuff. And there are still people who are just like die hard, like, get it, just get it, just get it. And it's like, maybe we just wait a little bit. And by the way, they're all the same. You know, people, they make it this partisan thing. Trump got paid off by Pfizer. Biden's getting paid off by Pfizer. Fauci got a ton of money from Pfizer. They don't even have to disclose how much. This is a rule. This is an actual rule. NIH officials don't have to disclose how much money they're giving by pharmaceutical companies. Seem like a conflict of interest? Nah. So while corruption being possible doesn't necessarily mean that there is corruption, I find it very weird that we're all okay with not knowing, and then we keep just like repeating what we're told even when we know it's not true. There are people out there, I still see clips of news reporters saying, you can't spread it, you can't catch it, just get the thing. It's like, I mean, we've known for almost 2 years that's not true. So I think Elon fucked up really big time with all this Twitter file stuff. It's just like, it's a zero burger in the mainstream media, except for Fox. Fox talks about it, I guess, Tucker Carlson and stuff. Which, by the way, is the mainstream media. So I don't know, man. I find it so cringe when like Jimmy Kimmel and Jimmy Fallon and Stephen Colbert are all coming out singing songs about variants and vaccines. What's going on? Literally, these shows are sponsored by Pfizer. It's nuts. It's not. At the very least, it's a conflict of interest. Why would you listen to anyone telling you to do something who's being paid by the company that benefits from you doing it? Like, at the very least, like, I don't need to listen to you anymore. It's like, it'd be like Kitty Pineapple ever sticking up for Hawaiian race relations again. It's like, this bitch doesn't care about Hawaiian race relations. She wanted to know who wrote a bad letter about her, and she was using race to try to blackmail somebody. Now, if she really cared about the Hawaiian people and me spreading, horrible misinformation or lies about the Hawaiian people, you wouldn't have messaged me threatening me to put it up if I don't bend to your personal will. You would just put it up and go, look what this guy's saying about Hawaiian people. Isn't this fucked up? That's what an honorable person does who actually cares about something. They don't wait to cash a check to have personal benefit in order to make their decision on how they're going to behave. Like that's you're not a person we ever need to hear from again. Your honor is sullied. Say whatever you want about me. Oh, Patrick's mean to Kitty Pineapple and Lex Las Vegas. Is he? Or did he just tell you what you don't want to hear? No one's watching the spotlight. How dare you? When your feelings settle, when you realize I'm not saying anything other than truth, you let me know. I wasn't a fan because it came from the people that created the opioid epidemic. Why would you be? We were all told that the pharmaceutical companies were the goddamn devil until 2020. And then Trump started Operation Warp Speed, took a bunch of money from pharmaceutical companies, and started telling everybody they were going to work on a vaccine. And like it or not, these are all scientific facts. Now, if you do nothing but watch CNN and Rachel Maddow, this stuff is going to be triggering to you, what I'm going to say. But like, the mRNA things are not, by definition, up to 2021 vaccine. They're not. It's gene therapy. It's 100% gene therapy. The closest analogy to make with it is like, it's injecting instructions into your body to teach your cells to make a vaccine. It in and of itself is not a vaccine. It never was. They changed the definition of a vaccine in the dictionary, on the CDC website, on the NIH, on the WHO. They changed the definition. Go to archive.org. They changed the definition of it. The opioid epidemic, which isn't over and is still killing far more people than, from a percentage point of view than anything you ever had to worry about as a middle-aged person with C19. We were told that they were the devil. All in the 90s, they said you couldn't get addicted to opioids and all this stuff. They kept prescribing more and more and more. People were up to 200, 300 pills a day of opioids, working up to that tolerance level. Just destroying their liver, just rotting their insides from these pills as they just make bank on them. The minute they're generic, and you're not going to be able to cash in on your patent anymore, now we'll talk about the harm that we've done to society. Every one of them is fucking lying. All of them. And they have you fucking just tapped into a side, red or blue. Just fighting a fight that you don't even know what you're fucking talking about. But I don't either, by the way, but I don't pretend to. It's so insane. Everything they ever said was a conspiracy and fake. It's turning out to be like, they could come out with information like they said they said UFOs are real and nobody even gives a fuck. They lied about Biden's laptop before that election. That's all plain and clear now. All the media admits it. Nobody gives a fuck. All these documents they found before the midterms in Biden's closet. Now they're like, when Biden has classified documents, not a big deal. Do you see the back and forth? This, by the way, is very common. Them accidentally having some classified documents. Like Trump had the nuclear codes. What do you think he's going to do? Launch? Do you think there's some payphone he can go to and launch nuclear weapons? There's so much paperwork everywhere, all over for these guys. Of course they're going to have some classified documents. When Hillary had them on her own email server, not a big deal. Come on, stop being intellectually dishonest. It's just an email server. Talk to everyone I know who has high security clearance in the government says I would have been dishonorably discharged immediately if I had done what Hillary Clinton did. If you ran a personal email server to circumvent government archiving of emails. She had people take hammers to hard drives and cell phones. This is fact. Nobody cares. Trump has some documents. We better get to the bottom of it. Oh, wait, what happened? Subpoenas thrown out. Nothing's happening. They're all the same guy. Biden has them. They're all just using it as a political football. They're all the same guy. You just think your guy's good. Fauci, Biden, Trump, Nancy Pelosi, they're all making money they're all the same guy. I play games with the masters in pharmacy, and he broke down how they work. It was weird. Masks do work, but you have to be the one sick for it to be good. I mean, this is even controversial. N95 masks work to protect the person wearing this. Again, we were all told, I don't wear a mask to protect me. I wear it to protect other people. This was all horse shit. Horse shit. You brainwashed idiots. Now, everybody who's paying attention knew this a year and a half ago. But just now, doctors are being allowed to talk again on YouTube. So you're hearing all this stuff. A lot of people for the first time. Cloth and thin paper masks, anywhere from 9 to 19% effective in studies, which is if worn correctly at all times. None of you are wearing them correctly. They're all dripping down over your nose. They're all giant gaps out the cheeks. So the minute it's not worn correctly, all bets off the table. They don't work. They just don't work. if you are in a properly fitted N95 or better mask at all times and don't reuse it, get a new one every, Yes, if you do that, it does afford the person wearing it protection. Not 100%, but good protection. The problem is no one wears it correctly. No one has a properly fitting N95 mask anymore. You've all got Black Lives Matter cloth masks and rainbow-colored Ukraine shit, And they're definitely all dangling below your nose. People take them off. I'm going to have a little break in the airport, and then I'll put it back on. It's like, okay. He's like, if just by logic, if breathing unmasked is how you're going to catch the virus in closed environments, there'd be so many instances of airplanes, whole airplanes of people being, infected. It just never happened. And airplanes never stopped. And you were always allowed to take it off when you got up to stretch or eat some nuts or drink an orange juice or get fucking hammered. You were always allowed to take it off. Okay. I don't. It's like saying you sell out comedy shows everywhere. It's like, what do you get out of lying to yourself? Okay. But now we're all these instances of young, healthy people dropping. The vaccine people are having a ball. They can't, they love it. Did you see this Canadian TV reporter one? This is great. This is a good one. You tell me what happened.
So for them, this is about 1,000 days too late. Now, Nariman, I looking at after the day, families are pushing the feds to. Sorry, Nariman, I'm not feeling very well right now, and I'm about to.
Okay, well, come back to me right now, and we'll make sure that, Jessica, you are doing okay.
So she fell after that. You saw her go blank. Woo. She said she's fine now on Twitter. To everyone who's reached out with supportive messages and well wishes, thank you. It's been overwhelming. While I can't get to all the messages, know that I've seen them. I appreciate everyone. Yeah. While I will not share the private medical information publicly, I can say that there's no cost. It's what is clear is that this is all admitted by Pfizer now. So I can say all this stuff without getting kicked off, even though you would have got kicked off a year ago. I was saying this. Pfizer admits they have no way to know whether or not it was safe. They had no way to know that. This has never been done. This is the trial. Okay? Now, for the most part, it was harmless. But they're saying there's reportable incidents of 1 in every 800 people. There's a reported incident of a complication. Now, that can be everything from what people are calling long COVID, where you're having breathing problems, headaches, aches, pains, all kinds of stuff. But 100%, one thing's for sure, there is something to the young males and the myocarditis, pericarditis stuff. Now, far more safe than it is not safe. I believe that. I don't know if there's any benefit to you marching down and getting your 16th booster or your monthly shot. I know people who are like, I do it every quarter. It's like, ugh. If you're elderly, if you're immunocompromised, if you're sick, I'd 100% talk to your doctor, but I think they're going to tell you to get it. And I think that's probably the right choice. If you're under 50 years old and healthy, especially at this point, if you had, what are you doing? And if you have a child, no way. No way. No way. If you're sick with anything, wear a mask, and it catches all your bullshit that you cough up. That's why they rock. That's not even like really true. And again, just saying wear a mask isn't. One of our family members got palsy. Pawsley? I don't know if you're spelling that right. For a bit, no feeling on the left side of his face. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know. Look, there's no risk. And when I say no, I mean 0.0000 something to children from this illness. So marching your kid down to get this, nah. And it's not about, and by the way, get them every other vaccine. Go get, by all means, get them the chicken pox, get them the HPV, get them tetanus, all the stuff, that's not, I'm not an anti-V guy. That's not what I'm saying. But it's not, you're not honest if you think this one's the same, because it's just not. Like there's no doctor worth their weight in dicks that'll tell you it's the same kind of thing. It just isn't. It's a brand new thing. It's having effects that were unintended and incomprehensible when this was deployed. Hey, by the way, if there's 30 of you watching and 10 likes, hit the like button. And what do I got to do? Suck on all the tips? Yeah, I just fuck, why, how do we ever go back to believing anything our officials say again? It's like China 100% is lying about almost everything to do with this, from the number of deaths in their country, the number of infections, everything they know about the origin of this thing, which, it's turning out, it's just, it's 99% the lab, right? We're not dumb. It's the lab. Have you looked up who paid the biggest criminal fine in history? No. Was it a pharmaceutical company? It just isn't it cringe when every mainstream comedian on at night, from Noah, from Trevor Noah to Jimmy Kimmel to Jimmy Fallon to Stephen Colbert, are all saying, if you don't get remember when Jimmy Kimmel said, if you don't get the shot, then you should be denied access to the hospital? It's thanks, dancing around clown, for your medical opinion. It's and by the way, why take any stance on it? Go to McDonald's right now. You'll find they're handing out cups and fry containers with coronavirus balls and syringes on them now to encourage people to get their boosters. It's why take a stance? All you can now. I know why. They're getting money from somebody, 100%. Why else would McDonald's put syringes on the fry? Hey, you like putting bad things for you in your body? It's so cringe when Chick-fil-A is giving away a free donut every time you get it. What? If it comes out, and by the way, it's coming out that they lied about this. They intentionally put this out and knew about harm it could cause. Let's make it very clear. If vaccines cause adverse reactions on the level of 1 in every 100,000, they pull it. They would never let that out, the FDA. Even that number is not good. Do no harm. No harm. 1 in 800 with this one? Fine, put it out. Keep getting them. Boost it up. It's whoa. So yeah, they're saying Pfizer is the biggest criminal fine in history. They don't care. Do you know what these fines are? It's like when Meta gets fined for like leaking your data or using it inappropriate. It's like Meta got fined $24 million. Like they make that in half a second every day. Go watch some of the opioid documentaries and see how much these companies were fined. It's nothing. So comedians are supposed to be the ones who tell the truth. And all we've done basically is learn that isn't happening. It's not happening when comedians tell themselves stories about their own success. Why would they not go? Like Kitty Pineapple must have expected me when she went like, hey, you're on the border of being called a racist, bub. She expected me to be like, whoa now. Fuck you. The minute you start giving a fuck about that is when you get like, I don't do the tap dance, so you can't cancel me. I'm not a person who gives a shit. Hey, Pat, well, tell everybody you're racist. Go tell them. Go tell them. I don't cultivate an audience here of little bitches who run and snitch on me for not being politically correct. Okay? Woke people do that. You're seeing what happens when comedians do that shit with Ethan Klein, right? Ethan Klein used to be an edgy, funny comic. And then he went full woke, virtue signaling woke, just like Kitty Pineapple. And guess what happens when you do that? You build up an audience of weak little dummies who will turn on you the minute you do something that they don't like, that isn't, in lockstep with their woke ideology. So you reap what you sow. I don't sow weak people. I say inappropriate shit all the time, and people go like, oh, inappropriate, and they log off. The people who stick around, they're strong enough to stomach what I say. Hawaiians are racist. Kitty Pineapple's not funny. Lex Las Vegas is the spotlight is boring and uninspired. And Adam Dominguez is funny. Okay? Sorry, based. Want to see the rest of this show? Head over to nobodylikesonions.com/overdose and you can watch the entire show. We're going to cut it off in the middle right now for you motherfuckers who don't subscribe. But if you are a subscriber, thanks so much. I use all the money you give me for insulin shots and to buy Penny Prince presents for his birthday. I swear to God, you show up at my table, I'll cut your goddamn pimp's heart out. Listen, everybody, you get free access to our entire archive. We've been doing shows since 2005. Why did I get all weird on the accent? Who knows? I'm not drunk, and I sure haven't been smoking weed, but that's not for here nor there. We don't do ads on the show. We just tell truths. We make fun of dopes, and we're getting back to it. So join the club. Head over to the Overdose now. Support the show, and get access to everything. Save money at our store on merchandise and so much more. NobodyLikesOnions.com. That's a website, and then just put a slash and then type overdose, and that's how you get there. Bye, kids.